Hello everyone, my name is Keith Blanchard. I'm the author of a book called The Divine Principle Anchoring Heaven on Earth, as well as a children's book series, Eden Sky Wonders Why. I sit before you today in this camera to talk to you about something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've been wanting to put out this video of living your passion. Living your passion. I've been living my passion all of my life, so I feel I'm somewhat qualified to give this course. Since I was a teenage boy, I always had a fire to do what I wanted to and nothing else. My mom at an early age said, "Keith, you'll never be successful at playing music full time, so why don't you just cut that tree down now and get yourself a real job and earn a living." And if you knew me, you would know my likely choice, which was I ignored her. And I continued doing that which I love, and at the time, up until recently, which was playing music full time. All of my life, I just felt like I wanted to be a leader. Leader mean just to be in charge and leading my own life to a place of just doing those things that I absolutely get a kick out of. And I've never really had to worry about money, ever. But I got from a very early age that I was a part of something larger than what I knew as myself. Somehow, magically a part of the universe. And as a boy, I would ask myself these very, very simple questions, and I will share those questions with you. But though these questions may be simple in their form, the answers that come through for me, and I promise you for you as well, very profound, very, very profound. But it's your willingness, your sincerity, your wanting to manifest your best life. How far are you willing to take these questions into the rabbit hole? Well, mind you, at an early age, I grabbed these questions and I ran with them. These questions for me were so impatient. They wanted immediate gratification. They wanted to know, does God exist? What does God look like? This, that, or the other? Where is it? Is it a place? What is my role in the universe, and how can I find what it is I should be doing? And so I got at a very early age that there was something I should be doing, and I felt as a teenager that that was playing music. It spoke to me loud and clear, and I knew I would not be comfortable or happy until I did just that. Those questions that I mentioned earlier, I want to share with you now. Again, simple in their form, profound the answers. Have you ever asked yourself a very simple question? Very simple question. Where did I come from? Where did I come from? I've played with this question for a long time as a kid. But one night in particular, I remember my father used to take me for an overnight fishing trip into the Gulf of Mexico. And I absolutely loved doing this. And I looked very much forward to bedtime, because at bedtime I would go on top of the camp boat. He had this beautiful little deck up there, and I would sprawl out a sleeping bag and I'd bring a pillow. And I would just lay there with my hands behind my head, looking up at the stars, looking up at infinity, God if you will. And I found myself playing with this question. But there was a sincerity in the question, none like before. And I found my consciousness begin to leave my body while thinking the question, where did I come from? And I was brought to a spiritual lobby, a place, I guess it was really nowhere. It was a spiritual dimension. And I found myself in this waiting room, if you will. And I was surrounded by an infinite sea of souls, an infinite sea of beings, and everyone was waiting in line to be born on earth. And as you would see one wave of souls go down, you can tell everybody's excitement and anticipation, because they were next in line to catch the train to earth, so to speak. But also there was another phenomenon going on, which was a wave of light, another group of souls, would join the back of the line, as if some were waiting to be born for another earth experience. And some would go to a different level altogether for a new experience entirely. And when I saw myself go down to earth, when it was my turn in this experience, I was put back into my body. And obviously my first thought as a young boy would be, wow, what a trip. And it was. But in that moment I became somewhat spiritually awake. I knew there was something tangible about the world of the invisible. I knew there was an after life or a before life, or that our presence here now is just a fleeting glimpse. It's just a lightning flash in the sky. And so when you get the opportunity, go into a meditation and ask yourself, where did I come from? Your mother and father is not. Your mother and father is just the channels through which you pass from that spiritual realm to this place, into this physical existence. So you came from a place of nowhere, and you are now here. It's the same spelling as Wayne Dyer would say. It's just a matter of space, so to speak. And it's actually kind of funny. But there is a very profound truth about that. The next question is, why am I here? It is my belief, it is my knowing, and my life is living proof. I am a testimony. You are here to live your passion. You may say, well, Keith, I've tried living my passion. I've tried doing what I love to do for a long time, and I just can't seem to earn a living at it. You must be passionate about living your passion. Your passion cannot be laced with fear. Because if you try to do what you want to do for a living, wondering if money's ever going to show up, that will be your result. Whoever told you your life here on this earth was about the making of money? Thinking that you need money to survive may be your problem. But also consider, look around you, look at the abundance. There's so much life. Everything is teeming with life. Everything is breathing. Everything is involved in this magnificent dance. Certain things lead, certain things follow. Everything is responding to each other. There is a harmony happening, but are you conscious of your place in that dance? And so asking yourself the question, why am I here, helps you to become harmonized with that which is already orchestrated. You are here to live your passion. You must understand that if God is love, and I think most of the world believes in God, but if God is love, then it makes sense to me that when I do what I love, I basically just become a vessel. Because then you are being used by the creative force in the universe to create your life. Understand that the biggest dreams you have for yourself is really not what you deserve. You can't even begin to think of what is already created for you. Everything is already created. It's not really that you are creating your life. There are just laws that you must follow to be able to bring that to you, so that you're able to see what's already been under your own nose, probably your whole life. You must begin to explore the question, why am I here? When you start to do what you love, peace in the household begins to happen. And if everyone was to do this, the neighborhood has peace. And then the city has peace. And then your country and your continent has peace, and so forth and so on. And next thing you know, I mean, it literally can happen. At least it's a beautiful dream of mine, that the world overnight can shift simply by people doing what they love.